Hi, good morning, fellow supporters of Arsenal worldwide. I bring you greetings today. Um, you out there in UK, those of you here in Malaysia, as many as in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Cambodia, Thailand. I bring you all greetings in China, Japan, Korea, all over the world. I bring you greetings. I say, may the glory of the Lord be upon you this day. Amen. So, today I want to let you understand that COVID-19 has taken away the life of former Real Madrid coach Florenzo Sanz. He is no more. He lost the battle yesterday as a result of this deadly pandemic virus called corona. So we've lost that one, and we are saying a very big sorry to the family, to his wife, his children, his friends, and associates. It's really a big loss, but there is nothing we can do. Only God knows all. So we say sorry to you. We sympathize with all of you out there. We send our condolences to the family. And moving on, we also understood that Arteta is the youngest coach currently in the EPL at the age of 38, while he is followed very close by Frank Lampard. He is the manager of Chelsea Football Club. So the oldest amongst them happened to be Roy Hodgson, who is um, the manager of Crystal Palace. He is 72 years old now, and you could see that he has already started management before Arteta was born, and he was actually about 6 years in his first contract before Arteta was born, and he was already 2 years in managerial job before Frank Lampard was born. So that is the information coming to us now. And you could see that most of the young managers are actually doing some great deal of work in the Premier League. You could see the manager of Manchester United. You could see the manager of Manchester City. You see they are doing pretty well in the EPL, and so on and so forth. Out there in so many parts of Europe, you have so many young coaches that are actually lighting up the game. Uh, Now, I think it's high time for us now to begin to realize that the mistakes that was done previously shouldn't in any way happen again. Because if you could understand, you will see that actually Patrick Vieira, we lost him. We lost, I think, Robert Perez. We lost uh, virtually all our players. Let me not say at least we enjoyed time with players of that magnitude. But a time came when we were supposed to have retained them. We lost mainly these guys that would have led us to something great. You know, we lost Van Persie, we lost Fabregas, we lost Sanya, we lost Clichy, we lost Adebayo, we lost Nasri, we lost Eduardo, we lost Alexander Herb. I mean, if you continue counting it, there are so many in number that you would regret having seen them in an Arsenal shirt. Not because they decided to leave, but because the management was not doing the things they were supposed to do at the right time. Like Fabregas was complaining, he said that they promised of bringing in players season in, season out, and he kept on waiting and waiting and waiting. Even Nasri complained of the same thing. Sometimes we get upset when these players leave us, but we fail to realize what is their own part of the deal. Sometimes most of them pass through emotional stress that they continue waiting and waiting and waiting, and yet no silverware. Of course, you must be bored when you are not winning silverwares. That's true. Honestly, that's true. Because for me, I think somebody like somebody like Nasri, Fabregas, Van Persie wouldn't have left Arsenal if they were seeing the trophies consistently. But the problem was not because they didn't want to play, but because most members of the team, most members of the starting 11 are incompetent. Most of them are not serious. Most of them doesn't take the team as their own. As this badge is here, I can kiss the badge, you know. But how many of them actually could kiss their badge? You understand? The high point of our game then was entertainment. The high point of our game was entertainment. And at the end of the day, we will lose games and you see some players that will be smiling home. And it could take you to see about 2-3 players that would be feeling the shock. And of course, it pains a lot. It pains a lot to lose games. But you'll be very surprised that as Fabregas was complaining, he said so many players, when they lose and they are in the balls driving home, you will see most of them, they will be smiling, they will be laughing, they will be making jest of 1 or 2 things that happened. They will be talking and discussing about the next outing tomorrow, either going for a club or going for a dinner, when you are supposed to be mulling the defeat you had. So these are the reasons why sometimes we really need to look inward and know the kind of players we buy. You could remember for sure when we had Aaron Ramsey, Mikel Arteta, today that is the coach, Santi Cazorla, we had I think Van Persie was there when Arteta was in. We had Sanchez, just count it. You will see that they were more serious. We had Ozzy also. Things were flowing. Everybody was willing. We didn't even have this stone defensive midfielder we are talking about now. So these guys were out there willing to win things, and they were able to bring in the FA Cup 2 times, and the 3rd time also it came. So these are the reasons why we really need to look inward and know the kind of players that are willing to play for us. You fortify the attack and also fortify the defense, because now I believe we have a quality number 1. So let us now, the right back and the full back, I think we have really good players out there. Maybe if we feel to keep Kolasinac, I think we better keep him and look. And now he will be playing there with Quaranteni. Now we also have Bellerin. We also look for another good 2. That's why I'm talking about Max Aarons. If we can bring him in so that we have 2 quality right back and 2 quality left back, that's okay. You can sell up any other person out there. Then at the center of the park, we look for a stone-hearted defensive midfielder in the form of Thomas Partey. We bring in Thomas Partey and you will see things happening. The midfield of the defense of Atletico Madrid is a no-go area today. Not because the defense is too good. Though they are good, they have quality, but the presence of Thomas Partey doesn't give the opportunity for the midfielders or the strikers to operate anyhow at that defense. You don't have to run through the central defense just at will, and you expect them not to make mistakes. So this is the reason why we now need Thomas Partey, we need Upamecano, we also would need Okunkoku. This is very, very important. Then, I think for me, we need about 4 players now. If we can be able to get them done, then if it will not be possible for us to get rid of Lacazette, let us try as much as we can to get rid of Ozzy. Bring in a natural number 10 in the form of Okinkoku so that he would take over the number 10. He would take over the number 10 while possibly Xhaka could leave. While we have Thomas Partey and Torreira in there. This is my submission. So that we'll see things happening and we see our players going out there playing for the pride, playing for this badge. You could see what it looks like when Patrick Vieira was there. You can't lose matches anyhow. You can't. The aggression will be there. These players today, people like Ozzy doesn't have aggression at all. He only gets upset when he is being substituted. And that is not the way to do things. You are not playing well. You know you are not playing well. And when you are substituted, you are angry. Angry for what? For what? So these are the areas we actually really needed to look into to make sure that we put things straight. Let us be straight. I am being straight. I am being honest. This is my club. It would be very bad for me to see my club being thrown to the dust. If actually we are really expecting to win things, please let the management sit up and take some proactive measures towards bringing in players that would work in accordance to what Arteta has in mind for us. Thank you and God bless you.